Hello, and welcome to 5 Minutes with Nate. This month's topic is science. Today, I want to talk about how to differentiate with science. For math and English literacy instruction, we tend to group based on their abilities, students' abilities. But science tends to be based on age. Third grade students are all together for science. High school biology class typically are 9th, 10th grade students. So in those classes, we tend to have more diversity of ability than those other content areas have. So how are we going to accommodate, align, and instruct these diverse students, diverse in multiple senses? So a concept that is being researched right now is people are trying to figure out how to reduce the impact of COVID on students, delays and things like that. So we have choice. We can just kind of go ahead and teach the grade level thing and maybe students aren't ready. Or we can go back and remediate a whole year even of content. Both approaches aren't perfect. So the concept that is being used right now is acceleration research. It's from the gifted and talented world. So what it means is it merges those two things together. We're going to be teaching grade level content, but before we teach that content, we need to figure out what students are missing, what they need, what access concepts they need to have. So what's an access concept? What skills must they have? What foundation must they have before they can access? Does that mean we teach absolutely everything? No. It means what are the most key, most critical concepts that students need to have. So we teach those few things so that then they can access the grade level content. Maybe they're still missing something, maybe there's still gaps, but for this unit, what are the most key access points that they need? It's still, a kind of a new application, but I think we'll see that. And what they're seeing is students who are given this approach make more than 1 year's worth of gain in a year, which is why it was perfect for gifted and talented growth. That means that you can use it in its traditional sense, where instead of pre-teaching, you do some post-teaching, where you expand and accelerate their learning beyond just the grade level content. So for students who struggle, you pre-teach. And for those high students, you post-teach. And for the students who are on regular level, we monitor, of course, but then they get the standard content. So, all the lessons can be together, but maybe the homework's a little bit different. Maybe the lab have more or less supports. It's tough, but it's worth it. And honestly, science sees this all the time. We can't just focus on the middle, or focus on the high students, or focus on the low students, because then we're not meeting what they need. We need to use that diversity concept to meet students where they are. And science is a great place for that. And it's also a great place for students to be able to teach and talk with each other. Maybe a low student has something that they are so fascinated with. For example, my brother-in-law has autism, and he has an obsession, a fascination with dinosaurs. If I want to learn about something with dinosaurs, I'm going to ask him. And it doesn't matter his academic level or his knowledge is worth sharing. So it's the same in science class. A low student has knowledge, has things worth sharing, has their worldview that they can share with the high students as well. So again, that acceleration research, we're going to see more of that in the general ed world showing up soon. Why? Because it helps with that catch-up delay from COVID without sacrificing this year's content. So that's your tip for today. Have a great day.